Leah with Gumball Properties.
I'm Bryan with Gumball Properties.
Take a guess who's super uncomfortable right now. It's all right, just go with it.
Yeah.
So we are sitting here in the barn in Bristol, Tennessee. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath standalone home on 2 acres with 2 patios and just a nice, comfortable, large space for a worker to come, and whether it's remote work or they're relocating to the area, if insurance, whatever the case may be, for 30 days or more, this can be their home away from home. All they need is a suitcase. It is fully furnished and ready to go. Anything you want to say about the barn there?
It's a really nice place. It's a little over 800 square feet, but it has a really big feel to it. You've got these vaulted ceilings here, and you can see the exposed beams in the back.
I think I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think you got it.
I think I got it.
It's nice. It's quiet. There's a lot of noise happening outside right now because there's I think the neighbor's doing a little bit of
Fence work
or some kind of power washing or something out there. So
light construction, if you will.
Yeah, you can't hear it. So it's actually nice and quiet here if that's what you're looking for, which is something that I am very keen to.
Is quiet?
Yeah.
Unless you're listening and or playing music, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I was going to say, don't mention it.
Don't mention specific?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention specific. Crazy.
But it's just a cool place. It's unique. It's got 2 patios, which is nice too. The one out off the bedroom has mountain views, which is really cool, and more to come.
Take some trees down so we can see the mountains better. Yeah, that'll be cool. I think it's the Holston mountain range that's behind this house, right? Holston mountain range. And apparently there is a old airplane crash site on that mountain. If you look it up on Google and Google Maps, and you go to Holston Mountain and you type it, I don't know, jet crash or plane crash.
I think it's from...
What was it, from the 50s or something? There are 2 other houses on this property as well that are rental houses. Each house is a standalone house. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. There's another 1-bedroom, 1-bath that is called the Dome, and that is tucked into the trees and into the side of the hill. It's a very unique property also. Just 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It has a little loft area for whatever, storage, or there's a sofa up there.
You can have a little
workstation. If you want to work up there. It's just cool to have a loft, and it's a dome, so it's got 8 sides, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then we have another rental home on the property that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and that one doesn't have a name yet. Open to suggestions.
The house.
We've just been calling it the main house, which I guess that's fine. But this has a cool name. This is the barn. Then there's the dome. And then I don't know. We need to come up with a cool name for that. But dome versus barn.
Not that they're like competing against each other, but they just both have different vibes.
So
like when I walk into the dome, it's just got this different feel to it where it's completely relaxing as soon as you walk through the door. Same as the barn, it's just different. Because I think it's the windows in the dome where it's like the whole living room, and you just have, right now everything's green outside, so all you have is just green outside your windows, and you feel like you're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's comforting. I like that.
It's like a tree house. You're in the comforts of nature. It's quiet. Everything is lush and green around you, like you're in a tree, but you're not. You're in a very comfortable home that's fully furnished with all the things that you need. And there is a patio off of the dome as well, which is really nice. Yeah, wraparound deck that you can come out to and work and just overlook the 2 acres. A lot of times in the bottom of below the dome, there's like literally a herd of deer. Are deer called a herd also? A herd of deer? Or is that incorrect?
No, that's fine.
A gaggle?
No.
How about bunch of deer?
A gaggle.
Oh, don't you know? Anyways. Bagel. Did I say it right?
No.
Did I say it correctly or incorrectly that time?
I was borderline.
Borderline? Okay, because I thought about it for a second. All right, bagel.
Yeah.
Is that better?
No.
Did I do it terribly?
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes you see, I lost my train of thought literally because I was on bagels. You'll see deer down there. There's a bunch of just wildlife in this area because it is in a community. It is a residential part of Bristol. But the nice thing is that 10 minutes away is downtown. And then the other direction, almost 10 minutes, is South Holston. Mm-hmm. So it's just really nice that even before, like we said, it's not the barn versus the dome because they're both very unique, cool, different, fun spaces. And it's cool that they're on the same property. We've actually had people that have stayed in both locations. So we had a guest that stayed in the dome first, and he was there for a little while. And then when he came back again, he stayed at the barn. So it's just fun to have people come and stay on the property and bounce between the houses. It would just be really cool to hear their opinion on the differences between these two smaller houses. And then if they wanted, obviously, the bigger one.
So what do you like about the barn?
What I like about this is it just feels, everything feels nice and private. And just like you said, it's quiet. But for me, I've lived in cities before and I've lived in the middle of nowhere. I've been all over the board. And I like that this is nice and quiet. I feel safe here. If I was by myself, like in this house, there's plenty of room to spread out. I don't feel uncomfortable. Like my car is right there. It's nice and close.
That is nice. All the parking is like right outside the door. There's no on street or anything like that. It's off street parking.
Yep. Every home has its own dedicated parking. So that's also really nice
for this property.
And we have the 3 houses on the 2 acres and everything is spread out a little bit so that you also don't feel like you're alone. If you feel like you're not alone, there's 2 other houses and then there are houses in this neighborhood. But it is on a cul-de-sac, which is nice. And it's just nice and quiet. So you have the best of both worlds. You were just staring. Where did you go when you stare?
I don't know, but I was off somewhere.
Yeah, and you were on an adventure?
Yeah.
You were Homer Simpson going like this?
Backing myself into the shrubs. It was glorious.
So I think I just rambled there about the barn. But those are things that I like. And I also like to cook a lot. I cook all of our meals pretty much. And so I appreciate full-size appliances in the kitchen so that I could cook on the stove and do my own thing, especially if people want to feel like they're at home or maybe they just want to get some takeout and bring it back here, which is totally fine too.
It's just a chill place.
It is chill.
It's just chill.
But yet close enough to all the excitement that if you're looking for excitement, you can still get to it.
For sure.
So if you're
far from here,
if you prefer to sleep in quiet, then awesome. Or if you want a noise machine so that you don't feel like you're sleeping in the quiet, you can do that too.
Sleeping in noise. Interesting.
If people are in a city and they're used to the city noise, they might like that noise still as their white noise background, which is that's easy to duplicate. We'll just come up here and drive and honk the horn and yell out the window and make those city folk feel at home.
Yeah, I'll bang some trash cans.
What are you doing here?
I'm walking here.
Get your trash out of the road. That actually could be really fun, but we're not going to do that.
No, I don't have time for that.
You're going to cut that, aren't you?
Do you want me to cut that?
No. Together, we make up Gumball Properties. So we are your point of contact for Gumball Properties.
I do more of the maintenance stuff.
WYSIWYG, which is what you get right here. If you have a request, if you have an issue with something, if you need anything, we are your people. We're not going to hand you off onto somebody else. We are your points of contact throughout your entire stay, during your stay, and after your stay. If there's anything that you need to catch up with us on.
We can be friends.
Yeah, all right. Anything else? How do corporate rentals work? What qualifies for corporate housing? What does a corporate lease mean? And is corporate housing a good idea?
You can certainly talk about any of that stuff. Do I need to be on camera to talk about that?
So a corporate rental is essentially 30 days. It's not just for like a corporate employee. It could really be for anybody that needs housing that's longer than 30 days. So you reach out to us and let us know the location, how long, your budget, if you have pets, how many people, X, Y, and Z. And then we just work out all the details with you and we let you know the price up front per month. Everything is rolled up into one fee per month so that you're not like paying 10 different things. The difference between a corporate rental and like your traditional like apartment rental would be that when you move into an apartment for 12 months or a year, you're moving into an empty shell and the utilities aren't in your name. All the details, the minutia, you've got to figure out, right? So you have to pay to get the utilities turned on. You have to set everything up. You have to buy furniture, all that stuff. So with a corporate rental, the utilities are included in your price for you and all the furnishings. So it's ready to go. You just need a suitcase. So just like the barn that we're sitting in right now, there's a table, there's your appliances, there's a bed, there's your linens, there's a couch, a desk, all of those things. So you really can just come with your suitcase. Whereas once again, a regular lease, an apartment won't have any of that stuff. And then once we figure out your terms, then we come up with a lease, and then we go from there for anything for more than 30 days. So on our website, if you go to gumballproperties.com, at the top in our header, you see home, you'll see corporate housing, you'll see furnished rentals, which shows like Connecticut or Tennessee, because that's where we have our current rentals right now, blog, get in touch, resources, and about. If you click on the resources tab and go all the way down to the bottom, it's corporate houses versus a hotel, and that's the TCO, or the total cost of occupancy tool. This tool is used to figure out whether a hotel is going to be more cost effective or renting a home like one of ours, just to get the feel for 30, 60, or 90 days to see what the cost is going to be. This calculator compares for you. It compares the hotel to a furnished corporate rental. It applies the 30 to 90 day tax windows that you choose, if there's deposits, if there's one-time fees like parking or anything like that. And then it shows your effective daily rate, and then it just breaks it down. And what it doesn't do though is that it's not providing you a quote. It's not doing any legal advice or tax advice. It's not a binding document. All that it is something for you to do, just like a little cost comparison.
It has a lot of features built into it, so you can, and everything is editable, except maybe I gotta fix this drop down so this down can be editable, so you can put in whatever. Yeah, that's gotta change. Most of this is editable, so you can plug in any numbers that you need here. You can plug in any of so say you're not staying in Tennessee or Connecticut, or you're staying in a different part of the country, you can plug in that information, but you're going to have to verify the local tax rules and things like that for it to actually work. But for right now, for Tennessee or Connecticut, this will work. And then you've also got a lot of additional costs that you can add in. You've got advanced settings, so you can add one-time fees, and there's some jurisdictional tax rules and things like that can apply. So you can just fill all that in. You can also save presets. So if you build it out to a certain area and you want to remember that, you can just hit save preset, and it will remember all of the inputs that you put in.
So if you're going to come to one of the Bristol houses and you're pricing it out, and then you come to the Dome and you want to price everything out, and then you stay to the Dome for a few months, and then you want to stay at one of the other houses on the property, you can save that preset and then use it again for staying in one of the other houses, correct?
Yeah. What's really cool is it's got this solvers feature, which will tell you what your break-even point is if you're staying at a hotel versus in one of our rentals. An example would be like if a hotel is $154 a night over the 30, 60, or 90 day period versus what ours would be, it will tell you how many days in where you will start actually saving. So on day 11 with staying with us, you may start seeing your savings. So you've got a break-even feature to it too, which is really neat.
Cool. So once again, that's on gumballproperties.com. In the header, you'll see the resources tab, and then it will give you a breakdown, a cost comparison. Yeah. So it shows like your cost comparison, the corporate rental total cost, how much you would save. And then can they email this to themselves? Or how do they keep track of this?
What's really cool is I've built in a feature down here where you add in your name, your company, and email address. And when you hit download PDF and save my summary, what it does is it actually generates a PDF for you, so you can present it to your CFO or any decision makers in the office to plead your case and, hey, this is where we should go. This is who we should stay with. So you actually get a downloadable PDF. And then we also have a copy of that on file. So if you have any questions, we can easily pull that up and talk through it with you.
Cool.